you know, right now, even?
Well, I'm delighted by it. Yes, I am delighted by it. Surprised? Well, I suppose. No, it's a wonderful program. We should have had that before. I'm delighted that it has received, you know, the response. And because the BBC, when I was in it, the BBC were, you know, it was an unloved program as far as the BBC were concerned. They were lumbered with it more than anything else. You know, so they didn't really put a lot of effort behind it, especially in America. They just let it come over here, and if PBS stations wanted to buy it, yeah, and do it and show it. But they didn't take any notice of it. And so when it came back, it's great now that the BBC is fully behind it and, you know, sending it out, and, you know, and letting people see it. And, you know, they're beginning to look back at the old stuff and take interest in it.
Yeah.
Take interest in the old doctors, the 20th century doctors.
Do you feel that's why the movie didn't, you know, take off here? Because it was supposed to be like kind of like a backdoor pilot here in America. Do you feel that's why it just didn't catch on in '96 when they were trying to bring it here?
Well, yes, maybe, but also I think the reason why it didn't catch on because I was in it. I think what happened was that the producer wanted to give all the fans everything they would want in it. But that was too complicated because if you're going to capture a new audience, an American audience who never really knew it as well as the devoted American fans, which, you know, the small number, all the Brits knew about Doctor Who because they grew up with it. It was for them, they'd understand what was going on. But for a virgin American audience who'd never seen it before, suddenly you got this guy, he's there, he's a doctor, bang, he's dead, there's another doctor. And it's all happened too soon. I think what they should have done was had Paul McGann be the doctor, as he was going to be the long-running one over in America, and then later on explain how he got there. You know, go back on it. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I just thought it was just too. That's why I think, you know, it was my fault. I killed it off in 1960, 1990, and I nearly killed it off in 1996. You know, I'm surprised I'm still here. You fans have not done away with me by now.
You know, the Doctor has companions throughout his generations, and you are most aligned with Ace.
Yeah.
What was it like working with Sophia?
Terrible. It was great. I mean, Sophie arrived, this fresh-faced beauty, and she was great fun. We've got the same birthday. We celebrate our birthday on the same day. You know, she's a twin. She is. She just got more plastic surgery than me. That's a lie. No. Anyway, we have the same birthday. We celebrated it in Edinburgh this year. We had a great time together. But she also, we got on incredibly well. She laughed at all my jokes. She still does. It's a miracle. And so that was nice. It was good.
How would you describe the Doctor's relationship with Ace? It's more like a father figure?
Yes, because I mean, all this new lovey-dovey kissing and cuddling thing. You know, like, I don't know. Well, the thing is, it'd be really interesting when the new Doctor takes over. I mean, it'd be a bit weird if he starts kissing and cuddling, you know, an 18-year-old. So maybe all that will just vanish again. I don't know why they brought it in, because it just, you know, it was one of the, Sophie once told me that she spoke to these gay guys, because in Britain a lot of gay guys are really into Doctor Who, but they want their doctor to be heterosexual. It's very important to them, that. And the reason why they got into it was because there was no sex in it. In those days, they could watch it with their parents.
It's a very platonic relationship.
Yeah, it's a very platonic thing. They could watch it with their parents, and you know, in those days, you know, to be gay was really, you know, it was not acceptable, and it was some gay guys couldn't come out in front of their parents and all that kind of stuff. So they could watch that and knew there would be no embarrassment. There'd be no feeling, you know, when they watch romantic stories, people start kissing them on the screen and all that. They might, you know, instinctively know. So they were. they were very comfortable with it, that non-sexuality. It was never even thought of, it was never questioned that an old man took a young girl into a telephone box and off to another planet. It was never thought of, do you know what I mean? It was an innocent thing. So, and that, in a way, it's sad they've lost that innocence. And I don't know how it's going to be with Peter, gosh, I keep calling him Peter Garibaldi. It's not his character.
Yeah.
Capaldi, yes. Why didn't he say so in the first place? Peter Capaldi. Who's going to be great, by the way. He's a wonderful actor. He'll be amazing.
So,
And he's Scottish. The reason why in Glasgow there actually is a permanent police box in a place called Sauchiehall Street. And it's got on a Friday night, but the Scottish do like to have a little drink, you know. You may not have heard about this. Anyway, Friday night, you've got all these drunken Scots outside this TARDIS going, "Oh there, come on! I want to be the next daughter, come on, open the door." It's every now and again, they open the door and a drunk falls in and he gets the job.
let's go ahead and open it up for questions to the audience. Anyone has a question?
Yes,
Okay.
fire away. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Do you want to fight it out? You can borrow this. Ladies first?
We'll go with Mark, and then we'll go with you.
Ladies first. Voice. Ladies first. Yeah. Yep. No, when I was growing up, they used to put me in a straitjacket to keep me quiet. No, I didn't do a lot of magic. But in the evening with Sylvester, McCoy, the Human Bomb, that show I did, there was lots of stunts and magic and kind of physical. So there was, that world that I was in. And so when they wrote that story, because it was a circus, they knew that I'd had circus experience. And then they added the magic and juggling. They added juggling, and they said to me, I said, well, I don't juggle. They said, of course you juggle. And so I had to juggle in about 2 weeks for that thing, which was terrible because, it's all right with the balls. I could juggle my balls. I could practice. I could do that. But this, the sticks, the clubs, they're a nightmare to learn. And the thing is that they go away from you, and you kind of churning off. And next door neighbours must have thought, what's he rehearsing? Because the language was coming over the because I was trying to keep these, So yeah, anyway, that's the answer to the question.
Do him and then you back there.
Okay.
Yes,
What's your favorite Doctor Who episode that you worked on with the BBC?
Well, I don't know really. Sometimes it depends, because I see it from a totally different point of view to you. I made it, I saw it from the inside out, and backwards, upside down, and sometimes not even in any order. It's very difficult. There was one, Survival comes to mind, but it's not beautiful. The reason why I'm very fond of it is, you wouldn't be surprised really, because we were making this Survival, and if you watch it, it's obviously very hot. It was the one hot day in England, I think we had, summer day. We were filming in the deserts of Dorset, which is a big sand pit, where they get sand from in the south of England. And it's a beautiful area around there. We were out there filming Survival there. It was a heat wave, it was over 100 degrees. The BBC didn't give us any shade. I was lucky, I had the umbrella, so I'd sat out and any young lady who wanted to come in under the umbrella with me was welcome. But there were a few girls playing, the cat girls, cat ladies, cat people. And they were in fun fur, kind of plasticky fur stuff, all made up. And, it was very uncomfortable for them. And in that heat, and they were in a terrible state. And so one of them actually freaked out, lost it, and she stripped off the fun fur, and tore off the makeup, and was last seen running over a sand dune.